If you wish, you can view this as penance for the fact that the previous map I had on a very, very fast speed up. Because that map had, I maintain, a lot of just empty turns. It was a very empty map, despite being an important map. Not a difficult map, but an important map. It was a very empty map. I have decided, because this is a pretty full map, not an important map and not a difficult map. There aren't really that many difficult maps until the end of this run. But this is a very full map. It's a very crowded map. So I've turned speed up down to 1.5 times speed. So this is my penance for going too fast. And you get to see in excruciating detail the wooden cavalry map. Now, this map is notorious because in the remake, FE11, this map has ballistas that are 310 range, right? They're all long range. They pelt you with stuff from far away. It's really obnoxious. It's a really obnoxious map. It often gets warp skipped for that reason. In Fire Emblem 1, ballisticians are just armored archers. They're just... Well, so archers are armored archers. Ballisticians are super armored archers. But they can't use bows. They use, like, a special weapon type. It's really stupid. They're a stupid class. Now, many people say that the reason that the wooden cavalry map is bad in FE11 is because it wasn't designed around 310 range ballistas. And that certainly doesn't help. You know, 3 long hallways where there's a bunch of 310 range ballistas. Definitely not good map design. But I would argue that even in FE1, this is not an enjoyable map. This is a boring-ass map. And part of the reason is that there's not much good 1-2 range in this game. You'll notice I deployed both Merrick and Linda, and Boa and Wendell. Like, magic is kind of the only 1-2 range. I mean, javelins are okay. Magic is sort of like the big 1-2 range, right? But it does fixed damage, which is cool, but also means that, like, we're not going to be one-rounding with it. Meanwhile, the ballisticians, because they're basically super armored, right? Okay, we got a crit. We run around with a crit, but, like, that doesn't count. That's not real. Crits are fake! Crits are fake! The ballisticians, because they're so armored, if we're using, like, a javelin, or, like, God forbid, a hand axe on one of the fucking axe bros, we're not doing a ton of damage. And if we're not doing a ton of damage, then we're not doing really much of anything. So Martha's just moving forward to recruit Beck. Now, people might be familiar with Beck. Beck is the second ballistician, and in the remake, in FE11, his, like, join position is actually kind of interesting. He's on the cliff and he can't get down from it because he is a ballistician and their movement type means they can't get down there. But because ballisticians have 310 range, he can actually use his weapon, which is an anti-ballistician ballista, to shoot annoying ballisticians from up on the cliff. And he's not safe. They can counter him. Like, they don't counter him, but they can shoot him on enemy phase. But he at least can, like, shoot a bunch of them. Here, he also can't move down that cliff. But he only has 2 range. So if he wants to shoot any of the ballistas, he has to do it from 2 range, which, like, is feasible. The cliff is only 1 tile long, but, like, holy macaroni, to be Beck in FE1 is a tragedy. To be Beck is a tragedy. It's very sad. I've got Midia here. This is her first outing. She's gonna show off javelins not doing much damage against these guys. Like, they're bulky! They're bulky, and they're 2 range, and, like, they're not technically armored, so armor-slaying weapons don't do effective damage to them. It's really hard to damage them with things that are not magic. You'll see here that, like, I'm using a Silver Lance on Minerva in order to do so. Like, oh, she misses. Well, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. See, she does 10 damage, but, like, that's my strongest unit with the strongest weapon she can wield. And it's just really sad. It's just really, really sad. You really do need to use magic on these ballisticians. And of course, then you end up with the problem with, like, all of your magic users are incredibly frail. Linda and Merrick, especially so, but Boa and Wendell, like, while they are pre-promotes, right? They're still not super beefy. They can't take multiple ballisticians at a time. And it's just an annoying map. I just don't like it. There's just, I don't know what else to say about it. We have Astrum here. Midia? Is she Midia? Yeah, she's Midia. I keep wanting to say Maria, but Maria is a different person. Midia can, recruit Astrum, the strongest man in Arcanea. Hard and dodge there. He would have fucking died if he got shot by that. Yeah. How's everyone doing? I don't really know what else to say about this map, because the ballisticians are bad. And, I mean, we're trying to train Tomas. You see I have Tomas here. Tomas is going to do 0 damage to the ballisticians. Smash or pass Tomas? That's the comment. Okay, comment code word. Comment theme. Comment theme. Comment question of the day. Smash or pass Tomas? Oh god, I hope Tomas... Wait, I gotta check and make sure. I don't know fucking Arcanea ages. Tomas is an adult, right? Tomas FE1. Please don't get me canceled. He looks like an adult in this picture. Age. Control F age. It just says page. Languages. Sage. Oh, the wiki failed me. It's not telling me his age. It just says Sage. Language. Page. He's... you know... Oh, I'll distract. So do you know the meme about Tomas being non-binary? There's like an error in the code. It's supposed to be like 0 and 1 is how they determine gender in the code of one of these games. I think it's FE1, but it might be FE11. And Tomas is listed as 2, which not only isn't male or female, but is quite literally not in the binary, because like 0-1 is like math binary. It's actually really funny. If you're a math nerd, you get it. You wouldn't understand this joke. You'd have to be more bazinga-pilled than the average. You know, it takes a really high IQ. It takes a really high IQ to understand why Tomas is a non-binary icon. You wouldn't understand it, Gramps. You may think I'm a loser, but in Minecraft, you're the loser. Does that make me sound like enough of the youth? Oh, 1.5 times speed was a mistake. We are like only halfway done with this slog of a map. Look at Beck up there, just like poor Beck trapped. Anyway, we get, oh, it's not Astrid, it's Astria. The strongest man in Arcanea, by the way. He is the strongest man in Arcanea. 5 Points loves this character, by the way. Fellow YouTuber 5 Points absolutely loves this character. It's his favorite dude. Look at him! Look how strong he is! Yo, I was just talking about how difficult it is to damage these ballisticians, and how nobody can do it other than my strongest unit, Minerva. You know who just did? The strongest man in Arcanea with a physical weapon. Okay, that 6 is technically higher than 7. But here's what you don't understand is that Nabarl cheated because his darkness was darker than yours. Oh, the Elfire animation's actually really sick. I like the fucking Bishop sprite in FE1. Can I, like, just gush about that? It's like Final Fantasy Dark Mage, but, like, different, right? It's like a little doodad. It's like a little doodad, and I like it. Yeah. Smash or Pash the Dark Mage in Final Fantasy. The little gremlin Dark Mage. Smash or Pass. That's that and Tomas. Threesome. But, yeah. So, my current plan for the rest of the map, my 2 magicians, or mages? Mages or magicians? Should I say magicians so I get, like, old school credit? If I call them magicians, I'm cool. I'm one of the cool kids, right? Because the old translation says magicians. Does that make me cool, or does that just make me an old head? Either way, I'm gonna have the mages gang up on the boss. He does not get to attack 310 range. This boss is so weird. In both iterations that he's appeared, he's just been incredibly abusable because he doesn't have 1 range. Here, he's just an archer, like, under a different class name, so he has no 1 range. And then in the next one, he's a ballistician, so, like, at least he can shoot you from far away. He can shout about elephants and stuff, right? But, like, yeah, he's really easy to cheese. I guess here he does have those ballisticians flanking him. At this point, I wasn't actually sure if Minerva would take effective damage from the stones or not. Because, so like, in FE11, right? Stone Hoist doesn't deal effective damage to flyers, but Aerospate does. But in Tearing Saga, the stone catapults do effective damage to flyers. So I think at this point, I hadn't played Tearing Saga, so I don't know why that would be, like, in my head. It's not from Tearing Saga. I think I was just, like, thought that FE1 was weird, because FE1 is weird. Also, I don't know if that thief who's running away drops anything, but I don't think I get him, because I don't think he's worth it. Yeah, those ballisticians in the back, they have such low movement, but they are protecting the boss. So if you rush in to kill the boss and you don't immediately seize, they will fuck you up. Like, they will fuck you up. Look at Minerva. Look at how good she is. God, I love this unit. She is just amazing. Just absolutely incredible. God, I love that unit so much. So now I've got Linda and Merrick. This is going to become a theme going forward. Is Linda and Merrick are very good, Linda especially, but Linda and Merrick are very good boss killers because of the way magic works in this game, dealing fixed damage, and aura, yes, it's heavy, so Linda's never going to double anything with it in zero growths, but 20 damage is a lot of damage. And there's a lot of maps where the only enemy I really need to concern myself with killing is the boss. Look at Tomas. Hey, we're training Tomas. No, just kidding. He dodges. I'm pretty sure Tomas deals 0 damage to these ding-dongs anyway. I don't know why I deployed his stupid man. Not man. He's not binary. Stupid pooped. Yeah. Is Tomas non-binary, actually? Like, it's a funny in-joke reference, right? And I like it, I think it's funny, but canonically, I don't think he's supposed to be. But here's the thing is, like, we in the queer community just sort of embrace cool people, and I think Tomas is a cool people. Partially because Tomas, like, because the whole unit thing that I talked about last time, right? Where, like, he does have that bell curve. He does have that bell curve in him. Tomas is so neat. Anyway, yeah, we're just sort of doing the shuffle right here. There's not too much else going on. Yeah, what I was saying, the, boss kills. So Merrick can crit and do 39 if he crits, or he can potentially double and deal 26 if he doubles. Although at this point he's not doubling. Whereas Linda can do a fixed 20. And for a lot of bosses, like, those are huge chunks of HP that our physical units just aren't going to be able to replicate, and neither are the other mages. Because Boa and Wendell are stuck using the generic-ass tomes and stuff, right? It's just not a lot of damage. It's also, like, their stuff's going to be way less accurate than... Yeah, Excalibur is very, very accurate. Aura is not as accurate as Excalibur, but is still, like, pretty okay. Any Gigish, what a weird name. Gigish killed. Yeah, that is not going to be the last time that you see those two assist in either boss kills or just killing very crucial enemies. God, look at the Dark Mage. Oh, it's getting me so hot and bothered. It's getting me so hot and bothered. I say smash to the Dark Mage. Oh, critical! Critical! Tomas reached level 9. Hell yeah. I was wrong. I was wrong about Tomas not being able to damage these guys. I was so wrong. I was also wrong about not killing the thief. This is what happens when you don't watch ahead. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Well, I guess we'll never find out what's in the thief's inventory because I'm seizing.